best of 3. As that is a tiebreaker, Cinder, and winner of this series will go to the upper bracket, so it's a fight for that said upper bracket. All right, that's your job to pay attention to it. Of course, we're going to forget about this.
Extremely hard to know.
We're going to forget about this conversation in just a moment. Soxa will be first blooded by Kataomi. But feels like Crystallis has played quite well.
Yeah, he played TA yesterday as well and looked completely comfortable on that hero.
Yeah,
there wasn't any doubt.
Looks to be getting picked off here. Will Cold Embrace team is not coming to the rescue. And that is another stack for Kataomi. Level 4 right now at 9.5 minutes. Thought he'd be leveling a little bit faster, if I'm being honest.
Did they not get both? Did they not get one of their wisdoms?
You tell me.
They did. So despite getting a wisdom on Tiny, they're both level 4.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Soxa, he's going to get picked off. And that's another stack as BZM under his tier 2 should survive.
Not cast.
Started and canceled.
It's time for wisdoms. Save will go for 1. And Tundra not on their wisdom right now. They're trying for an aggressive dive. Global Silence is available.
Yep, Kataomi. They're going to spot him. X to start things out. Boat is coming for him as well. He's going to get insta-gid before he can get anything off. Not sure
now
if he can apply it to. Burrow Strike is going to apply it. TP coming in though. Actually surrounded by Tundra members. Save gets a nice double avalanche. More TPs coming. There's a zip in from GPK, but the Winter's Curse into the Torrent. Not the best. As Miero is there as well, but there's the big epicenter from 33. Save does end up falling, but now the counter black hole onto 33. That is a bigger kill if they can get through him, but the Cold Embrace actually keeps him alive. GPK surely wants to finish it off. He does. Now he's very, very low on mana. Meanwhile, Pure just getting surrounded, and GPK, basically the last member here, will take out Whitemon. That's a 1v2, but Kataomi comes back from death as Crystallis should be able to get dropped here. That's a triple kill for GPK. BZM and company running away in style. So very back and forth fight overall.
This is a landslide victory for a Tundra if GPK doesn't have a regen rune. That at 33 is probably a bit more deceptively tanky than you would usually think, specifically again because of those heals in the boat rum. So without having an item such as Pipe or Crimson, he can still get in there as long as they are in range of helping with the other heroes, but that's where Global Sounds can be a game changer. If the Sand gets isolated and they pop Global, he instantly dies. Like
it does feel like a really good pipe game.
It does, right?
Yeah, a little bit surprised he didn't opt for that earlier, or maybe he's not even going for it at all.
I don't think he'll go after a third item, but maybe.
Deso's now there for Crystallis. As Roche making his way back to his second home.
Step by step, Tundra have actually gained the gold lead here.
GPK and company gonna find one. It's BZM. Do they have the damage? Global Silence is there. That's gonna give him a lot of room to destroy him. He is gonna actually live for the time being. Finally gets taken out. Whitemon in the meantime on the cliff will Cold Embrace, but the eventual kill goes the way of BetBoom again. So 2 for nothing. Just like that, Tundra now have to exit as fast as they can. 33 is actually going in for the kill onto Pure with that Aghanim Scepter. Is it enough damage? Yes! 33 with the snipe. Pure definitely was not expecting that. It's a Will-O-Wisp now coming out from the Coddle, but Save gets a nice avalanche on 2 heroes. He dies shortly after. Kataomi is going to get sniped by Crystallis in the meantime. Miero still inside the Ignis Fatus, getting stunned constantly. Do they have the chase? Attempting to TP, not going to happen. Triple kill for Crystallis. They lost 2 heroes and they still win the fight. What the hell was that?
Yeah, that was a clutch late play from 33, identifying that he could kill the half HP Gyro with his own Axe item build. Just enough damage in the tank, the assistance wasn't nearby. And on top of all of that, and the Gyro BKB is coming up too. So in that fight, a key piece was missing that they now have. Still feels like anyone's game, but that was very important for Tundra.
Epi available again. GPK going for the snipe onto Soxa. He's going to get Burrow Strike, and there's the Will-O-Wisp for the counter initiation from Save. The Winter's Curse follows suit, though. Now the Global Silence comes out, resetting everything. Save gets cleaved, and that's the death of Kataomi as well. So both supports down for BetBoom.
Yeah, just flat out got outnumbered. He was trying to go for the play on GPK together with Global, but the Silencer was being killed simultaneously. Tundra just there faster with more people.
That's a big ultimate down now. I mean, that's one downside of the BetBoom lineup. Black Bull's still up, but you got 2 ultimates that you're going to be relying on that if you bait them out from the Tundra side, you can take full advantage.
Yeah, a lot of the time TA is good against this playstyle because she's one of the harder heroes sometimes to kill during Global, and she's very good at forcing defensive and big cooldowns to be used. if she gets a Melt Strike off on a support, they kind of, you know, almost immediately die and have to make the choice of whether to cast the spell or not. Save, trying for a toss back.
Yeah, 33 is getting the epicenter off though, and the Sandstorm to follow. Save gets deleted. Kateomi, they do use the Black Hole just on 33, probably worth it. They've still lost 2 members though. Now Pure with the Nightfall, his old teammate.
Taught him well.
Giving him some extra help here. Oh, he gets X back. The interaction with BKB now. That is disastrous for BetBoom. Miero able to get to the high ground. Torrent not going to connect, so he will get away, but Tundra just coming out on top fight after fight now.
Yeah, that's a really big win. That's another tower. They didn't even lose their Aegis. They used Black Hole. Tormentor.
Tundra sporting a 10k lead now, and
now it's 12.
33 will get a free shard on top of everything. He's going to be shown, though, as Save goes in with the Avalanche on top of the Midnight Pulse. Gets a big Burrow Strike to the other side as Sox actually makes his way over, but that's just to watch his teammate die and feed himself. So 2 kills for BetBoom. You can tell who's the dominant one in the relationship between 33 and Soxa based on that move alone.
Dude, that was some Romeo and Juliet shit right there. There's absolutely no point in porting it.
Well, with the Aegis advantage, there's now a smoke from Tundra, who just start hitting the high ground on the bottom lane.
They have Glyph.
Kateomi's going to show up. The Roshan's banner's placed.
It's going to start hitting it, I'm guessing. Nope.
Good luck with that.
Worried about getting jumped.
Fortification, not going to do too much here.
Are they just selling a lane?
Do they give up the whole lane or just the tower? Is Miero taking a lot of damage from Chrysalis, who gets X marked back. At the very least going to be a range Rax as the creeps are aggroed. 33 ready to go with Epi. And Chrysalis now starting to work on the melee Rax. 7k advantage for Tundra, still 4 minutes on this Aegis. There's the initiation, but an instant Will-O-Wisp. Save is in a lot of trouble. 4 staff to safety. Looks like he'll live. Pure positioning himself right next to the melee barracks as Tundra have now fully reset. BZM, X onto Pure, trying to force out a BKB, gets Tidal Wave. They're actually going to get the global silence, but nothing to come afterwards.
Ooh, that's a bit of a panic move there from Kateomi. This could be costly.
Lost the Black Hole. He gets on 2, but the instant Winter's Curse from Whitemon. The combo was not there as he gets cleaved by BZM, and just like that, it's a 5 versus 4. 2 huge ultimates on cooldown. 33 with a really nice Burrow Strike, actually. Silence after the fact onto GPK, in a lot of trouble, have to zip away. Chrysalis still with the Aegis, of course, the toss back onto Stocks, that he will die. Has the buyback available if he really wants to get back into this fight. X onto Save. He is donezo. No buyback to come for him. This is at the very least a lane in the bot.
This is such a great showcase of what happens when you're under pressure. Like, these are forced errors from BetBoom.
Oh, he's buying back.
The poke and prod, they end up using global because they feel scared that there's a threat coming onto one of their cores, and then Miero sees a black hole, but he doesn't have global to cover it.
Yeah.
So the instant curse from Whitemon, his job gets 10 times easier when this global is on cooldown.
I don't think they can defend this. They have the last fortification. 33 still has Epicenter, but there's no global and no black hole. As there's the Epicenter initiation from 33. Pure taking a ton of damage. Chrysalis with the right clicks as well. That is enough. Gyro dead. Does have buyback here as GPK will get torrented, but now the focus is on the buildings. And Tundra trying to force out the eventual buyback for Pure. Will he use it, though? Kateomi has to use the Ghost Scepter, GPK, or to use half his mana. There's a big toss back onto Soxa. This would be a dieback on him. He's going to get cold embraced as Save puts himself in a horrific position. Looks like it'll be a trade Soxa for the Tiny, but that's a dieback on the Coddle. They get the range racks. That might be all they can get. It's a nice snipe there from GPK onto the backline, but he's going to get X marked. Can he dodge this? He does.
Oh, nice.
Good fake outs there. They're still going to continue to try to get this Mailer X, knowing that these big ults are still down.
GPK is putting in work, man. If he doesn't pop off individually in these situations, the game might have just almost been over. But
and they will get it. So no buyback coming out from Pure, even though it was available, as Chrysalis and BZM are the only 2 members up and running. Chrysalis, looks like that first life is going to get burned here. Tidal Wave not going to do too much.
Does he have...
Chrysalis should be able to get away, and with that, that's 2 lanes for Tundra. Pure very, very conservative on the buyback.
Big items. They just got bottom on the first go from Crystallis. He blinked out instantly as he was getting out of a toss, so he didn't get caught. But if Save can find a play, that's how you start the fight without having to use a big spell, is if Tiny can get someone out of position. And then you can build the fight around that and then global when you find a black hole as a follow-up. We'll see. They're going to try for just that right now. Save leading the charge with Pure, but they're kind of being...
Oh boy, Whitemon and Miero. Okay, one blink out for Whitemon. I thought he was going to go for the Winter's Curse right then and there. 33 positioning.
BZM going in first.
Epi available. BZM with the Blade Mail. Tidal Wave onto Pure into the Will-O-Wisp, but he gets forced out to safety.
This is really delicate.
Repositioning style. Yeah, he better be careful. He's stuck inside
he doesn't have
the
force
pit. Oh no. He's going to get burrowed. He's going to get torrented. Will they try to save? He's going to use the Ghost Scepter as well. He gets Tidal Wave to the other side of the fight as well. He's going to get... Oh, he actually just gets double shot by Crystallis. Instantly buys back into the game though. Golden Brace is going to save 33. Save in the meantime might not be healthy enough to survive this. Pure in the meantime also pops the BKB, focusing onto BZM, but not doing that much damage. That is a tanky boy. Save somehow survived throughout that, as the Golden Brace will keep BZM at a respectable amount of HP. With that heart, GPK running out of mana. He's going to get hexed. And the Blinding Light to follow. Save with a nice double avalanche. Miero looking for the black hole. Can't quite find it, but they should be able to get BZM without using it. Instead, they're going to use it just for the TA, but the instant cancellation comes out as 33 doing so much damage. Dies shortly after, but the Epi did quite a bit. And Pure, with an attempted TP, will be out. So 2 dead for BetBoom, 2 dead for Tundra. Obviously, it did require the buyback earlier from the Silencer.
Let me tell you, this fight is so insanely different for the players to play than it is for us to watch. They have so little vision. So this would be a great reward for BetBoom if they were to take this. Sox is going to try to be a thorn in their side, though.
Yeah, he puts down the Will-O-Wisp, and Crystallis is nearby. Get the silence from the trap as well. They don't have the curse quite yet, as GPK is going to go the high ground. Pop the Shivas as well as a Cold Embrace onto Soxa. The call down is coming for him. He's in a bit of trouble. We'll use the Ogre Steel Totem to get a decent amount of distances. GPK is actually out of mana. Doesn't have to be careful. They do snipe out Soxa eventually. As Crystallis already using the BKB in retreat. Question is, can they go back in with just a 4v5 as BZM just respawns? And Roche, in the meantime, made his way down to the bot side. This will be a little bit more annoying. And 33, he's actually going to go in. But an instant BKB from Pure. Unbelievable timing. As BZM and company inside, they're going to be able to take the Aegis. They take Roche as well. The curse just in time. And now Pure on the retreat as GPK trying to take out Crystallis, but he is now surrounded despite having that BKB activated. Pure thinking about going back in, but on just a sliver of HP, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. There's the Avalanche onto 2 from Save. They're actually going to be able to take out Crystallis in tow. The Aegis is on BZM, who is now being taken out by 2 members of BetBoom, as Save coming as well. The homing missile will eventually find its target, but do they have enough mana to bring him in? The Electric Vortex is there. That's life number 1.
They have Malefice. He does not beat
Avalanche to set this up into the Malefice, and this should be enough damage. Tidal Wave not going to have too much impact. So Tundra get Roche and Aegis, as apparently BetBoom's base was being decimated by creeps, but BetBoom win the fight.
Whitemon, God. You could not have done any more than that. He cursed the BKB Giant.
Oh, has he not shown at all on the map?
I mean, he has not shown on a wave.
100% he has here.
I mean, now he does. So if they didn't know before, they could know now if they were to click and bot.
But he has not refreshed yet.
Yep.
As we're going to see the initiation onto 33. Will Burrow strike away? Whitemon looking for a target. Gets the Cold Embrace. Will-O-Wisp is there. GPK with the BKB, focusing everything onto 33. He's dead. BZM in the meantime will BKB in retreat, as well as Roshan wants to have a part in this fight. He will walk down to his southern pit.
Oh, that's a good toss back.
Crystallis into the black hole. There's the global, so no Winter's Curse to come. Crystallis is dead. Whitemon is dead, and Roche feels like it's just set up on a silver platter for BetBoom.
Whitemon was trying for the Blink Curse, but they waited as long as they could with the global.
Oh man, double buyback from Tundra. They want to fight this. There's the Hex onto Pure. Burrow Strike from 33. He's already half HP. Pure looks like he's going to go down and get to the Satanic Off. He's trying to heal as much as possible into the Roche pit, but the right clicks from Crystallis are enough. And now Roche, the golden plate has been served for Tundra, it seems. It cost them 2 buybacks, but they get all the goodies inside his bowels.
This is so close. Wait,
and now we have a refresher black hole available.
and make BetBoom swallow their chat lines immediately.
380 gold away from buyback for Pure. They get a couple bounty runes if they're even available. It doesn't look like that's going to be the case, though. Are they actually going to play this safe and go for Megas? The tier 4 is one hit away from death.
They know Tiny doesn't have it because he bought back for the fight.
Yeah, it's more about the gyro. Now the focus onto the Ancient, which is exposed. Roshan's banner placed a little far away, feels like.
Miero obviously also has Refresher. Lest we forget, there's a second black hole available.
Indeed, and they should know this now, but the Ancient's already at half HP. Crystal is focusing on that and only that. There's the fort coming out. Will-O-Wisp about to go away here, and Miero needs to set something up. Do they have a smoke? Do they have any way for him to get in? He's going to try for it. The black hole on the 4 hero! They blinked into it! Unbelievable! Is there enough damage, though? Crystal is trying to run away as BZM is there. The Winter's Curse finally came out. Miero looks like he's going to get a right-click down. That is the Aegis, so TA will come back. And Gyrocopter in 8 seconds is available. GPK able to zip away. Hasn't died yet. They're going to try to focus down the rack. The Ancient is extremely low. Do they have the damage? BZM and everybody is just right-clicking with the Desolator for Crystals. It is enough. Tundra win game 1. Sick-ass game, though.
That was...
Wow.
I want to say that was 3 seconds from disaster territory. Him being able to find a 3 or 4-man black hole there is criminal. A rare out-of-position play from Whitemon almost was extremely costly, but they were able to stand their ground and had Gyro respawn 5 seconds earlier.
Yeah.
I think they flat out fooled